Most people think if you're shy, you can't be a leader, but figuring out whether your shyness is something you were taught is simpler than you think. Trust me, 7 years ago, I didn't know anything about being a leader or being confident. I just gotten my first job managing employees and I was chronically shy. I struggled to get people to listen to me or respect me. It almost felt impossible. Fast forward to this past year, I've managed teams of over 1,000 people, sat in rooms with high net worth decision makers, and made millions in commissions. And I've grown more as a leader and as a person than at any point in the past 7 years. That's why I want to break down the 5 indicators of shy leaders. These are almost never talked about, but they would explain why you never fit into ordinary roles and why that might actually be a sign of hidden leadership. Starting with number 1, self-silencing. Have you ever walked away from a conversation wishing you had said what you were really thinking? That tight feeling of regret and tension is actually a sign. The biggest indicator of shy leaders isn't a lack of ideas. It's the discomfort from holding back from sharing your own ideas or takes when it actually matters. Anybody can sit quietly in a room and look calm, but when you replay the moment later, that tension you feel from holding back, hesitating to say what you actually wanted to say, that is self-silencing. There's actually a psychological reason this happens. People learn early on that connection matters more than expression, especially if you grew up in an African household. So the brain treats silence as protection because for us, it was. Silence was protection from expressing yourself in an African household. And the problem is, protection doesn't switch off when you grow up. It follows you into adulthood and into rooms where your voice actually matters. The first time I really understood this was early in my career managing teams. I was sitting in meetings, watching decisions get approved that I knew were going to fail. I could see it coming clear as day, and I'll tell myself, don't say anything. It's not yet your place. So I'd stay quiet. And weeks later, the exact mess I pictured would happens. And the worst part wasn't that the plan failed. The worst part was sitting there thinking, I could have stopped this. That's the tension self-silencing creates. You don't escape the problem, you just delay it, and you guarantee that you would live inside the consequences. When you build the habit of giving direction when your direction is actually needed, you move from being an NPC to a main character. And with this, you're already ahead of most people who believe leadership is a natural born occurrence or confidence comes naturally.